Now it's a quiet chamber. The sounds of the chamber sits in sharp contrast to the bickering taking place before. You think about the brothers in their sleep and shiver at the thought of being stuck in a stone casket. Yes, now it's the same room, just nobody to talk to. Alright. So now we go back downstairs and we go to medium 21 over there. Which once again means I need neither of these. Medium 21. Flipped right to it. The deepest crypt. The crypt here is larger and more cave-like than the floors above. The bones of the sleepers rattle to life. They brandish weapons and charge at you with a hollow gaze. Do you have key item 45? Is that the jagged medallion? If so, then yes. Oh no, key item 45 is Veer the Acolyte. Got it. We got this. Yes, Acolyte Veer looks at you seriously. I need to be wearing the medallion when you strike down the last one. Don't forget. Okay, let me just flip this. So, yep, there are 5 total skeletons. This is going to be quite the fight. I honestly not really looking forward to it. So I'm going to put Veer right here. We get 2 armor tokens. So as a free action, he can heal any enemy or exile and use the medallion to heal one. Does it just assume that he's everywhere on the map? Okay. I'm okay with that. And we have skeletons. And skeletons and skeletons. We know we're going to have shambling skeletons and skeleton archers. That's 59 and 60. Yeah, that all makes sense. I might change that. Whoa. Oh. Dang it, camera. I turned off autofocus. Dummy. It turned autofocus back on. Sometimes technology's bad. What are we doing, you know? Sometimes technology is just bad. I swear, if that skeletal hand just kills me in this fight, I'll be very sad. I think what's more likely to kill me is just the lack of any resources. We've kind of, we may have been going through too many battles all at once, all in a row. So we have our Zertle the Cleric, Rix the Ranger. I never put that together before. And we're fighting some skeletons. We've got our threat deck right there. Just putting all the skeleton hit cards out. Perfect, perfect. And then we need our actual skeleton figures. Yeah, that figures. And then we need foe 61, who's new for this. Foe 61. Ooh, let's all be honest. Probably a big skeleton. Ooh, a very big skeleton. You know what? I kind of love that one. That was cool. Yeah, I like it. I do like that this game has pre-painted minis. It makes it pretty nice for me. All right, so you have all the enemy figures out. I now need to get 60 cards. Or foe 61. Yes. We might lose this one, but I'm sure it's fine. All right. A brutish warrior from long ago, this skeleton wields a long rusted sword and a rotted shield with deadly intent. Nice picture of him. Very good, very good. And just like the little skeletons, he has a pile of bones effect. I'm gonna mute just for a second because I'm gonna be brushing past the microphone to put armor cubes on. Okay. I think we're ready. Ooh. Okay, so the skeleton warrior, the big one, has a shield immune to attack patterns that have exactly 1 damage. So I cannot pummel the boss. This is going to be difficult. Just letting you know now, it's going to be difficult. Enemy turn. Let's start with. I guess we're starting with Zertle because he was the one in the lead. Yep, we're doing this. All right, brutes activate. And that should be that card. with a 0 threat. Boom. And boom. The brutes will spend nothing. And the brutes are the archers. They'll spend 0 threats, go after the healthiest exile, which they're currently tied, so they're going to go after fewest movement points. And they can move 4, and they have a range of 6. Jeez. Okay. Starting with blue. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can just... Yeah. He can just see Zertles, so he doesn't need to move at all. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is also in range, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. This is going to suck. This is going to suck. There is a red die for base 2. That is a headshot. There. Headshot. Zertle has no remaining head armor, and so just takes 2. Archer number 2 would go after Rix. Go 1, 2, 3 to have line of sight and range, and will attack Rix. This is right shoulder, base 2. Rix has nothing on the right shoulder, just takes 2. Huh. Okay, my board said Rix was at 7 health. The overlay said 8, and I'm wondering why that is. A little concerning. I may have just shorted Rix a health. Oh well. Potato, tomato. We're in a lot of trouble. But now it's Zertle's turn. And I think we all agree we just need to punch the biggin. Hard as we can, multiple times. I'm looking at my hit grids, and you know what? I think I can do some real damage to this. It's biggin. Oh wait, that doesn't help me at all, does it? Yeah, I'm still gonna go for it. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 basic move, gain a combo. And then basic attack against Yon Beastie. Where's my die? And I have +1 to strength right now because of a -5 modifier. My goodness. That means 13 is my adjusted total. Yep. 13 be my adjusted total. So what I'm going to do is I am going to come down here. And then I get to go over to the right. And because I go through that critical point in between, I'm going to also hit this one. And then I guess I attack again, because I got nothing. Or I could try to run away a little bit. Huh. I think... Yeah, Because my second attack would not be very strong. I could maybe knock off an armor cube, or I could hit a threat point. I guess knocking off armor is not the worst. You know what? Fine. We'll just basic attack again. Adjusted 17, so once again, I get to... Oh, actually, I hit this, take off an armor, and roll through to here. Which does not hit any other critical points, which is fine. You know what? And now I'm realizing if I'd only gotten one success, I could have hit that, knocked this armor off, but going through a critical point to also hit that. So I was guaranteed to get 2 hits with that. That was pretty good, as long as I got at least one. And ain't that the trick? Sometimes you don't get that one. You know? Okay. That's Zertle's whole turn. So, enemy turn with Rix on deck. Let's see what's going on. All foes activates in initiative order. This is going to be a whole thing. This is going to be a whole thing. Okay, we start with this one in the back. Who does a move 5 to the healthiest exile and then does a chop attack against them. Can you get within range of Zertle? 1, 2, because there's difficult terrain there. 3, 4. No, you can't actually get within range of anybody. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where you end up. That's pretty good so far. This one can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, not quite within range. Doing great. Love it. Love to see it. And I'm realizing that my camera decided to zoom in a little bit again because it turned itself back onto auto framing. And I really wish it wouldn't, quite frankly. I wish it would just leave itself alone. Mm. You know what? There's a very clear visible threat combo tracker here. I don't need to update the overlay with it. Okay. Up next, we have the archers. Starting with this one, who, once again, can move up to 4 and has a range of 6 and wants to target the healthiest exile, which is still... Oh, they're tied. They're once again tied. Well, then the closest one is Zertle, so targets Zertle. And this is once again a red die. Left shoulder, 2 damage on Zertle. Left shoulder actually can take that. It is destroyed in the process, but no damage to Zertle. Okay. Next is this archer. So if it moves back 1 space, it would be in range of Zertle, but it's currently in range of Rix, and I think that means it just attacks Rix. That's what I'm going to go with. I might be wrong. Another headshot from these guys. Rix has no head armor. Rix takes 2 more. Going to 3. That's all the archers. Now for the big guy. The boss is scary. Targets the closest. does a slice attack, and then generates 4 threat. Yikes. So it slices a yellow die. Wait, then that's not close. It tries to hit as many exiles as possible, I think is what that does. Okay. Either way, it's just hitting Zertle. And we hit the leg armor. Zertle still has fine leg armor, so the 4 damage means 2 damage to Zertle, and the armor takes 1 hit. Okay. That's good for that. And then generates 4 threat. I'm glad it went last so that they couldn't just use that immediately, I guess. We're in a bit of trouble, though. We're in a spot of bother. Let's do Rix's turn. What can you do, Rix, that's gonna win the game for us? Nothing really. So if you move 1 with a basic move, then you'd be able to see that guy. Yeah, you'll be able to see that guy so you can mark him. And we'll gain a combo from the move. And the question is, what next? Oh, why don't we move to here? Yeah. So you can still see him, barely. And now we can do a ricochet with the 2 combo. Yes, let's do a ricochet attack. So we're going to use our bow to do an attack. Basic bow attack. And this is an endurance check plus, which is a +7. Oh, come on. Alright, you know what? We attack again. Okay, I guess we get a 12 with our adjusted total. Jeez. We spend the 2 combo to make that a ricochet. And I don't... Yeah, I think we just kind of have to hit the weak point, unfortunately. And we're going to spend a mana point to just plink off this armor with the mark. We also hit this one for the same attack pattern, which is down 2. What do the archers do on weak points? Right, they have a permanent -4 to range, so we do want to hit weak points when possible on the archers. I can do better, though. Can I? Can I do better? You know what? Never mind. I'm just going to go like that. Just subtract range. Then, as a free action, I'm going to medium boon. I'm going to consume my medium boon. Up to 2 exiles gain 5 health, 5 speed, and 5 mana. So it's going to be both of my exiles. Right. We hit a weak point on this guy, so they should have 2 more threat. Alright, let me update the overlay real quick. We just did a bunch of healing. Yeah. Hey, yeah. And that's it. That's Rix's turn. We're back to enemy turn. Zertle on deck. Let's see what they do. Gets curse. Oh my gosh. You know what? Fine. We pay 5k total. A haze congeals into the ghostly figure of Get the pirate. Well now, I said you'd pay, didn't I? I need to be appeased. A bit of treasure or a bit of life, your choice. Active player chooses, the party must pay 5k total, banish this card and draw again, or each exile loses a health, discard this card and draw again. We've seen this come up so many times, it's just a drain on our health. I'm willing to pay the 5k we just got. Whoops. You know, I was hoping to hold on to that for a bit, but I guess we can't. The curse is now gone, finally, and we still draw again. Breck of Rivertown. Oh! Breck charges into the fray. Okay. We get an ally. This is gonna be Zertle's turn, so let's roll his d20. Roll a d20 and consult the charts. On a 9, deal the closest foe to Zertle. A single damage attack pattern, which the guy ignores. That's sad. He swings his axe. Oh, that would have been cool. And because the marked foe is not damaged, I can't even use the mark to do anything. Anyways, discard this, draw and draw again. Okay, well, good to know he's just following us around. Hey, look, the bony hand. The hand from the sarcophagus is still following you. It jumps out of the shadows, and you roll d20. I rolled a 5. Active player loses 1 health, discard this, and draw again. This has been an insane turn. What is even happening now? What is even happening now? The boss goes. He spends 3 threat to whirl and rise. And he targets the enemy furthest away from him. Can he get to Rix with a move 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, am I reading that icon correctly? Hold on. No. Oh, nope. The arrow's pointing in is target closest. The yellow arrow pointing up is target most. You know what? In this case, it's the same thing. This is how he gets to hit the most enemies. With his whirl attack, which is scary. At least they spent 3 threat to do it. There's a base 5 blue die. Let's do Zertle first. It's a left arm. So Zertle blocks 2, takes 3, going down to 3 already. Jeez. Zertle might just die from this, I'll be honest. It's not looking good. And his left arm takes its 1 shot of durability. Oops, not that one. That one. Then attack against Rix is left shoulder. Rix had left shoulder armor. It is destroyed, so Rix takes 5. Going down to 5. I'm gonna level with y'all. I don't think we're winning this one. This guy is. Ugh. If we can knock down the big one, we have a chance. Alright, let's see. It's Zertle's turn. I wish I could pummel this guy, but I can't. I'm not allowed to. So instead, I'm going to basic move here, gain a combo. And then I'm going to basic attack and hope I don't roll a 1. Oops. My titles went everywhere. Oh no. I rolled an adjusted 14, which is enough to get 2 hits. So I hit here. Rick spends a mana to hit here. The boss is knocked down. I pray he won't get up again. I would really like to keep him down. So he flips to the pile of bones. Oh. Interesting. Pays threat normally. I forgot the pile of bones pays threat. That's almost a reason to try to keep it around, but it's not actually, because if anything activates, they will get it up. So I'm going to use one of my free action cubes from Veer to heal this thing for 1, which instantly destroys it. Boss down. Oh, that was the scary one. We might be able to handle the rest of them now that the major damage output is gone. Do I think I'm going to take 3 damage before my next turn? Maybe. Yeah, it's a definite maybe. Just marking that Rick spent that mana. This one's going to have a hard time getting in range. So maybe that's our saving grace. But it's the melee ones that are probably going to kill us right now. So, you know what? Actually, I take it back. We're in a lot of trouble. We're really in a lot of trouble. I think I'm going to use my second action to balm, put a cube on myself, and so at the start of my next turn, I'm going to heal for 3. And I pray that that's enough. Rix's turn. And by that I mean enemy turn, Rix on deck. The archers go. Of course they do. And with 3, they target the enemy who is furthest away. They're going to spend all the threat. They target the exile who's furthest away. They do a base 4 damage arrow attack. And they rise, which won't do anything because there's no pile of bones. I'm glad I destroyed that one. So we start with this one. who can go 1, 2, 3. He can't get within range of Rix, so he's not going to keep moving. Just getting within range of Zertle is enough. And this is a base 4 on the red die. Yes, it is. Ooh, excuse you. Come back here. That is a headshot. Very clear headshot on Zertle. O ye of no more head armor. Zertle takes all of the damage and falls down. Bleg. Bleeg. And that's why we balmed Zertle. Archer number 2 doesn't need to move at all, can just see Rix from where he's standing, and attacks for base 4. That is once again the left shoulder. Rix has no armor there. 6-5 going to 1. I really... You know what? I'm going to use my nimble reaction to gain +2 armor for the attack. So I go to 3 instead of 1. Here. This is a dire situation. I don't like my odds. Okay, so it's Rix's turn, and I think I have an idea of what I want to do. I think the first thing I'm going to do is spend a combo to staggering shot at -1 range, -1 minimum range, this skeleton. This is a bow attack. It hits. Gotta stop. This is a bad place to be rolling. 8 plus 7 is a 15. So, I don't have my new bone here. I've been bad at scanning in the items. My mea culpa. My bad. But a 15 is still just 2 hits in a straight down line, which I will do against, here, the most straight down line I could get. And I'm going to shift it 1 square. And then, since I have a preponderance of mana now, apparently, I'm going to spend 2 mana to do a fire arrow against this corner here, which is going to hit both of them. So once again, I roll endurance. That's an adjusted 20 with my +7. And that comes in from the bottom on the hit grid. And it's going to do the 3 orthogonal spaces to that bottom hit against both of these. So we'll start with this one. Yikes. It's not great, is it? I guess we go here. And then because it goes to that crit point, it goes to this weak point, which I'm pretty sure means they gain 2 threat. Yes, indeed, Arydia. Weak points are going to be the death of me all the time. I also hit Archer number 4 for the same attack pattern, which is a little better this time. Yeah, actually, it's kind of great this time because I go up into this space, which decreases their range. These weak points are good for us. We went through, or actually, sorry, we also hit that one as just part of the regular attack pattern. We went through this critical point, so we hit this point, and we went through that critical point, so we hit this point. And boom. It's got armor left, but it's down to one hit point. Good job, Zertle. That was 1 action. Sorry, not Zertle, Rix. I was looking at Zertle's downed figure and said the wrong name. My bad. Well, now what do we do? We're still in a lot of trouble. One thing we could do. 1, 2, 3. No, that's a little too far away. Oh, we could just shoot this one from where we are. I can't kill it though, not in one hit. But if I can get out of range of the archers, that might be all that I need to do. So we're going to can't staggering shot. We are going to just basic bow attack this guy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And get an adjusted 15, which is 2 hits. And we're gonna just come in from the top here. And then we're going to basic move. 1, 2, 3. Or maybe just 2. No. Doesn't matter too much, but I'm going to go the full distance, gain a combo, and we'll just see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Enemy turn with Zertle on deck. Boss or X. So they gain 2 threat because there's 2 exiles. Zertle's turn. Zertle stands up and gains 3 health. Boom, boom, boom. And then what does Zertle do? You know, there's something to be said for just walking over and double pummeling this one to death. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to basic move to here, gaining 1 combo. And then spend both combo to double pummel. Is that actually good? Surely I can get 1 hit. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to move here. I'm not going to spend any of the combo, so I move 1, 2, 3. Not spending any combo. I'm going to roll the dice twice and see if I can just knock this guy out. Maybe I should target that one then. Jeez. I crit. And in combat, that means you get an automatic +7 combo. Well, great. Oh, I could have smashed, actually. If I had done the smash action and spent both my combo, I would have been able to just spend a speed to make it a piercing attack. That's a new ability I have. Kind of forgot about it. It's also getting pretty warm in this room. So the awkward part is, like, yes, we get 20 combo. That doesn't mean I do any more damage. I just take off 1 armor with my attack. And that's it. I have 1 more action, and we can spend 7 combo, spend our limit break to do a free action from either exile. Wait. Okay, I can stratagem, gain a combo. Oh, that doesn't matter. An exile within 3 heals for 1. I guess that's Zertle. And then shift a creature up to 2 squares. 1, 2. Then I action to basic move. Is this even good? Is this even good? Oh, whatever, I'm doing it. And then I'm gonna spend my limit break to pummel, taking out, or turning this one into a pile of bones, and taking out this one's last piece of armor. And then I'm going to free action, remove this to just defeat this by healing it for 1. Okay. That could have gone so much better. I wish I had remembered stratagem earlier, because I think actually instead of attacking when it was here, I would have done the shift right away and then moved into this position and then double pummeled to kill both of them instantly. Yeah, that would have been better. Oh well. You live and you learn, am I right? Enemy turn, Rick's on deck. Let's see what they're doing. Boss or 1. Uh-oh, they're getting a lot of threats. That's not great for us, actually. Uh-oh. So it's Rick's turn. And I would love to go shoot the blue skeleton. So I'm going to basic move. 1, 2, 3. Gain a combo. Shoot the blue skeleton for one of my actions. Hope to get, a big number, big number, big number, big number. Woo! Adjusted 20. Well, adjusted 23, really. So that is 3 hits in a, well, it's 4 hits in a line, but it's only got 3 hit points. So the extra is hoisted. That's a-okay. And then with my second action, I'm going to spend a combo to staggering shots. Oh, that's not going to do anything. I don't need to staggering shot this guy. You know what I should have done is actually move here, shoot that one for the first attack, and then assuming it goes well, if it went poorly, I could have just run away. But assuming it goes well, which it did, Jagged Scythe to melee attack this one, which I do. It's also endurance. It's an adjusted 10, which is 1 hit. That's annoying. Actually, you know what? We're gonna spend an RP point to make that +3 to make it 2 hits because I don't want to waste time. Okay, that's Rix's whole turn. Enemy turn, Zertle on deck. 5 threats. Oh no. No. How did I get 3 boss cards in a row? Oh no. So they go up to 7 threat, which means they limit break. So this. Oh, actually, that doesn't even drop. It doesn't even drop, but every remaining enemy gains a power token, so their damage output is all increased by 1 now. That's great for me. Super. And they activate, starting with the little one, who's going to spend 3, going down to 4. Um, To attack Rix, right? Yes, attack the nearest with a chop +2, which is actually +3. Well, it was nice knowing you, Rix. This is a blue die. Right shoulder. How kind of you to hit the same spot everyone else is hitting that doesn't have armor. Yeah, Rix doesn't have 5 health. Rix goes down to 0. This is frustrating because I thought we had this one and we clearly do not know. We clearly don't now. They go down to 1 threat as the archers activate and do target the furthest away enemy. Spoiler alert, it's gonna be Zertle. With an arrow +3. They only have range 2 because they're both injured, but yeah, no. This is how I die. And it's even sadder because we were so close. Is there a way to win this? We'd have to get pretty lucky. Yeah, we'd have to get pretty lucky to win this now. If only Veer didn't only have 2 charges of healing. My goodness. Can I take that back now? Because like Zertle could use that. Oh well. Right. We're doing the archers. So this guy will step here and attack Zertle for base 5. This is a red die. In the head. Zertle goes down to 0. Dies. It's an unfortunate draw for us. I want to like look at the next one to see if there's any healing available. My goodness. What else can we do? Yeah, we kind of have to get lucky. Kind of have to get pretty dang lucky. It is Zertle's turn, so I guess we action surge to stand up. We minor action to heal ourselves. That is a 7 plus 2 is 9, which gets us 2 health. Hooray, hooray. And then we generate a combo by moving and then pummel. So I'm not going to mark that we gain combo. We're just going to go boop, boop. And we're going to pummel, which... Oh, man. Okay, they're not going to rise again right away. So we just got to go really quick. We hit both of them. So that's the power of pummel. So this one's down. I suppose I could have tried to, like, run and hit this one in the back. You know what? Actually, I'm going to undo that. I didn't roll any dice, so it's not like there's any randomness involved in this. I'm gonna roll back. Not the healing. The healing stays. We are going to move. there any way I can get out of their range? Actually, does that matter? I don't think I can get out of their range. Never mind. The play stands. We're just doomed. It's not going to take much to just blow us down. Okay. Yep. That's just where we live. We continue. Enemy turn. Rick's on deck. All foes activate. Great. Great. Yeah, no. Super dead. Super dead. Okay. Um huh. Yeah, okay, so sorry. There's nothing for me to deliberate on right now. This guy activates, he's gonna spend the one threat to do a move 5, chop +2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chop is a blue die. I just get to consume more of Zertl's armor. That's the right arm. So that's base 5. Blocks 2, takes 3, Zertl's back down. Very punishing, this fight. Very punishing. I should have gone to sleep at some point. Waited till the next day. That's on me. And then the other two don't do anything because there's nothing for them to do. Rix's turn. Rix will also action surge to stand up. Okay. I have an option. Yes. Rix is going to, first off, drink a potion charge, heal for 1. Then, basic move, gaining a combo to go 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to swallowtail arrows. That one. Against this skeleton. This is a left to right attack. Sorry, Zertle and company. That is an adjusted 16, which is enough for 2 hits. That's all I cared about. And that means I hit here and over to there. This guy goes down, and because he dies as part of the attack, the weak point does not trigger. Man, I kind of want to play with just no limit break for the enemies, because that's what's killed me 90% of the time, is enemies limit breaking. It happens more than I think it should. Okay, well, Enemy turn. Zertle on deck. Where was that earlier? They gained 1 threat. Zertle's turn. He's got nothing. He can't action surge, and he's at 0 health, so he does nothing. Enemy turn. Rick's on deck. Mob or 2. All the mob enemies are dead, so they gain 2 threat. This guy's probably going to come back to life in like 2 seconds. But it's Rick's turn. Wait a second. This guy should be down. That means there's a chance. Alright, hold on. There's a chance. Because that guy's down, there's a chance. Take a chance on me. I move a basic move, gain a combo, 1, 2, 3. I hit this guy with a basic attack. I got at least 1 damage. I hit the last hit point. Nobody can use Rise anymore because everything's dead. Bam. Bam, bam, bamity bam. I need to drink some water. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was so close. I would say we should have died there, and we're basically dead. We're basically dead. But hey, basically dead is not the same as actually dead. All enemies defeated. Let's reap some rewards. Oh my gosh. This guy can go over here. Zertle's going to stand up. We're going to do some Healy stuff first. So, Zertle needs to heal. Yeah, so I'm going to spend a mana to refill my good med kit with 2 cubes. I'm going to spend one of those cubes to try and heal myself. That's an adjusted 9, which again is 2 health, so at least I'm not dying. I'm going to spend another cube to try and heal myself. Boom! Oh yes, and this is not combat. We are in adventure mode right now. And in adventure mode, that means we get a bonus. And because of my lucky charm... Wait, hold on. Oh yes, lucky, normally, critting does not give you 7 combo. It normally gives you 2. But Zertle's got a lucky charm, which gives him 7 combo whenever he crits in combat. And out of combat, he gets both the threat card and the travel card, 77. The lucky ones. So, let's go get threat 77. Add that to our threat deck. And then we'll go get travel 77. Add that to our travel deck. To the bottom of our travel discard pile. That also means Zertle heals for 5, going from 2 up to 7. So Zertle's full now. That's great. Oh, that was wild. Zertle's going to spend another mana to refill the medkit, and then use another cube to try and heal Rix. That's an adjusted 10, which is still just 2 health to Rix, and I use another cube for my medkit to try and heal again. That's an adjusted 12, which is when we get into the better territory. So that heals for 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to spend another mana on Zertle. Put 2 more cubes on. Spend one of them to roll. That's an adjusted 21, which once again heals for 5. Very cool. And that means I have 2 more mana left over to refresh Balm and Stratagem. Oh, Zertle. You mana hog. Rix regains use of the quiver and the mark. Bam. And let's gain some rewards. So, we'll start with the mob, and then the brute, and then the last one. So we each gain 2 experience. I'm going to flip this 1 into a 3 for both of them. We need 25 experience to level up, and we are at 16. Okay, alright. And then we roll a die. I'm going to let Rix do it as the hero we deserve. And that is 2k for defeating these skeletons. One, two. Buckle my shoe. Up next, Skeleton Archers. 2 more experience. I'm going to flip a 3 into a 5. For both of them. I don't know why I'm announcing how I do my experience tracking, but you know that's how I do it. And once again, because we'll roll on the K chart. That is 18. Oh, so close. That's 2 more K. So you know what? I'm going to take 3 from each of them and give them both a silver bar. We're rich. You know what? I shouldn't say that. That's going to jinx it. We're going to get an event that's just like lose all of your money with no chance of recouping it. Anytime you would gain money for the rest of the game, instead don't. And I'll be sad. And then finally, Skeleton Warrior. 2 more experience. Once again, we're going to flip a 3 into a 10. Or, sorry, into a 5. Yes, directly into a 10, please. And Event 48 is the special reward for this one. Good. Dem Bones. If Veer has the medallion equipped, medallion item is on key 45. 1 second, I have a sneeze waiting. Lost it. Flip this card over and read the other side now, skipping the text below. Okay. Veer grips the medallion, eyes closed. Thin ropes of water from the nearby pool begin coiling around the skeleton bones. In an instant, the bones have been returned and the sarcophagi sealed shut, ropes of water binding them tight. All exiles gain 1 health, 1 mana, and 1 speed. Okay. Cool. You're a little late. So we each gain a mana. You may loot the room, then return here to leave. Okay, let's go loot the room. There's a chest here that I would like to open. It's the Path 2 chest. This is generally very good equipment for us. So we'll start with Rix. There's a stone pass item for Rix. What are we hoping for? We don't need the bow. A better quiver might be nice. Or just better armor. But I kind of want like a single slot item if I can. There are 2 single slot items. I don't know what they are, but let's grab this one. Old Pauldron. Oh, heck yeah. Got my right shoulder armor on now, finally. Okay, I will try to remember to input this for armor before next session, because it is very late and I'd like to wrap this up. And Zertle. Let's see. I could use a single slot focus. I have the best med kit. I have the best weapon that is available to me at this time. So yeah, I think anything single slot would be fine. Otherwise, just an armor piece of any sort. A blue hood. Oops. These little chests are trying to escape from me. And that is much better than the hood that I had, which, you know, was injured. So I'm happy to do that. That is the chest looted. Now we can return to this. As you walk out of the crypt, sunlight pierces the mists. I'm sure you understand, but I must keep this medallion. With Peston gone, I will go and seek out the nearest elder. Farewell, my friend. Veer waves and heads off. Banish key item 23, which is the jagged medallion. Goodbye. And banish dossier 23, which is the medallion. Banish key item 33 and key item 45. So I know this is 45. Okay. I don't... Did I have a key item 33? Yes, the Chantry note. Got it. Okay. That's gone. And Travel 21 is also banished. Okay, do I have Travel 21? Yes, yes I do. The Shambling Horde is now dead. Oh, they added that after we went to town. Okay. Well, it's gone now. If Point of Interest 808 is on the A side,